Alright, so hey guys and welcome back to another video. So इस वीडियो में हम लोग जापान जीपी के बारे में बात करने वाले हैं जो कि थर्ड रेस थी सीजन की एंड दिस वीडियो माइट बी अ लिटिल लेट बिकॉज मेरी तबीयत खराब है बट लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द वीडियो. सो हम लोग पूरे मतलब वीकेंड को कवर करेंगे. FP1, FP2, FP3 क्वालिफाइंग एंड द रेस and the other stuff that happened as well, like Max and Reporter का जो scene हुआ था, and then Fernando becoming a dad, and all that as well. So let's start with pre-practice one. So I will attach the qualifyings and everything कि किसने किस rank पे किया था, but I will start with the top few, and you can check the video for the rest of the ranks if you want to see कि आपका फेवरेट ड्राइवर किस रैंक पे क्वालिफाई किया. सो फ्री प्रैक्टिस वन, मर्सिडीज P1 P2. लैंडो ने अपनी कार स्टार्ट करने में बहुत टाइम लगा दिया था. आई मीन टेक्निकल डिफिकल्टीज जो कि लाइक थ्रू आउट द फ्री प्रैक्टिस लैंडो के लिए प्रेजेंट ही थी. सो बट उसने फिर भी फिनिश थर्ड पे फिनिश किया था, like in 10 or 15 minutes जो उसे मिले थे. Oscar came in fourth, Ferrari 5-6, and Max came in seventh. This was free practice one. फ्री प्रैक्टिस वन में थोड़ी हवा तेज थी तो बहुत सारी कार ऑफ ट्रैक जा रही थी स्पून कर्व पे. रसल, नॉरिस, लेक्लेयर, आर्विड, ये सब वो स्पून कर्व पे डिसबैलेंस हो चुके थे. देन हम लोग एल्बॉन को देखने की. एल्बॉन ने स्पिन किया था एक जगह पे एंड ऑलमोस्ट क्रैश्ड विद सर्गियो बट ही सेव्ड इट. देन कार्लोस एंड लियम लॉसन का भी ऑलमोस्ट क्रैश होते होते बचा था, लाइक दे वर बिट टू क्लोज बट कुछ डैमेज नहीं हुआ था. एंड फ्री प्रैक्टिस में हम लोग देखते हैं कि जैक क्रॉफर्ड अलोंजो की कार को ड्राइव कर रहा था बिकॉज अलोंजो बिकेम अ फादर दिस वीक एंड I think on Thursday or something. So he missed the press conference day and the free practice one. So yeah, Crawford कहीं एक्सीडेंट में नहीं फंसा. He just drove decently and even he confirmed कि हाँ गाड़ी में बहुत vibrations है and it is very difficult to drive. Then let's get to free practice 2. I am trying to cover FP1, FP2, FP3 quickly because a lot of people are not that interested in free practice. But still I will cover it and hopefully ये वीडियो थोड़ी छोटी बनेगी पिछली वीडियोस से. So alright, let's get into FP2. Piastri qualified on top, then Lando again had problems with the car in free practice too, but he did manage to get a fourth place. Then Kimi was second, followed by Russell. Ferrari was there as well, I think 5 and 6. Max was 10th in free practice. Then the main things that happened. Then Gasly had a close call in pit lane to avoid Alex Albon. Then Arvid pitted early due to some malfunctions in his car as well. So new regulations जो आई हैं इसमें like every race तीन चार गाड़ियां खराब हो जा रही है, कुछ स्टार्ट नहीं हो रही है, कुछ फिनिश नहीं कर पा रही हैं. फ्री प्रैक्टिस में भी बहुत दिक्कत हो रही है. आई मीन ये है थर्ड रेस ही बट स्टिल जनरली इतना वो नहीं होता है, इतनी malfunctions and all, but still it is happening. So that happened. आर्विड ने लाइक 10-15 मिनट बाद ही उसे पिट करना पड़ा था. गैबी ने लास्ट के 10 मिनट में शायद एक या दो लैप ही किए थे क्योंकि उसकी भी गाड़ी में कुछ दिक्कतें थी, बट those laps were not that great. Then that's all for FP2. Now let's get into FP3. So here again Mercedes 1-2, Kimi, then Russell. Norris again had some issues with the car and he I think secured sixth place. Then Oscar was at fourth, Charles was third, Lewis fifth. रेड बुल ने अपग्रेड्स लाए थे इस वीकेंड में फ्लोर से रिलेटेड, बट अपग्रेड्स कुछ खास अभी तक तो काम नहीं किए हैं. Then Max was like eighth, and Isaac Hajar was 11th. So that's all that happened in free practice. Now let's get into the Max and the reporter scenario. So basically, अगर आपने देखा हो तो अलग बात है, नहीं देखा हो तो मैक्स ने एक रिपोर्टर को लाइक वो प्रिंट मीडिया से था, एंड मैक्स सेड कि वो जब तक रूम में आई एम नॉट आंसरिंग एनी क्वेश्चंस, एंड ही आस्क्ड द रिपोर्टर टू लीव, कि जब तक रिपोर्टर लीव नहीं करेगा ही वोंट आंसर एनीथिंग. So the reporter had to leave, and then Max answered all the questions and everything. So when asked कि Max ने ऐसा क्यों किया, so Max said कि सी लास्ट अबू धाबी की जो प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस थी, लाइक जब मैक्स 2 पॉइंट से हार गया था, दैट रिपोर्टर आस्क्ड मैक्स अबाउट द क्रैश विथ रसल एंड सेड कि डू यू ब्लेम दैट इंसिडेंट फॉर लूजिंग द वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप. And Max had said ki I don't want questions from this topic. I don't want them to be asked. And he asked with a bad intent. That's why I asked him to leave. Which I mean, yeah, normal people do that. But then again, he is, you know, a Formula One driver, and yeah, that happens. You know, एक इंसिडेंट पे ऑनेस्टली जब से ये 76 सीजन शुरू हुआ है, मैक्स के रेसेस उतने सही नहीं जा रहे हैं. एंड आई मीन आई डोंट नो इफ इट्स प्रेजेंट एवरीवेयर और जस्ट द subreddits that I see, but there is a lot of Max hate, कि Isaac Hajar has out qualified him, and he's washed, he only drives well with a good car, but like Um, it's just been 3 races. The car is not that great. I mean, he still has won 4 championships. Some might think it's I'm being biased, but who isn't biased? Like everything, every opinion you have is a bias. So, but honestly, I think it's too soon to judge him for that. And I'm pretty sure if they bring some more upgrades. So see, there is a 1 month gap between जापान एंड द नेक्स्ट रेस, बिकॉज जो 2 रेस कैंसिल हुए थे उसके कारण अप्रैल में कोई भी रेसेस नहीं है. द नेक्स्ट रेस विल बी इन मई, मार्च अप्रैल मई, यस, एंड इट्स मायामी जीपी. सो from for Indian Standard Time, it will be a night race, like I think 2 a.m. or something. So all the teams have like a month to bring upgrades and everything. And all right, let's get into qualifying, then we'll talk more. So in qualifying, Mercedes 1-2, Antonelli first, and Russell second. This was the second consecutive pole for Antonelli. Russell faced some issues in the qualifying as well, but he has a rocket ship. He managed to get it into P2. Um, all right, then what else happened? Oscar was P3, which is like some consistency from McLaren in qualifying. Then Lando was P5 with Ferrari at fourth and sixth position. Then Ferrari was faster in Q1 and Q2, especially the Charles. Like he was quite fast in the first two qualifying, but the third one he just lost some speed and qualified at fourth. And then Lewis also said that he does not have any confidence in the car and that's why he is going slow. So I think the Ferrari is going down their, Ferrari experience route. Then Verstappen was out in Q2 at 11th position. So Verstappen was at 10th, and Colapinto, I think Colapinto and Arvid was in the disqualifying zone. So Colapinto's lap ended and he couldn't knock out Max. So I was like, all right, Max qualifies to Q3. And then it is shown that Arvid also has a lap left and he manages to knock out Max by going 10th. So Max was out in P11, which was not great. and Hazard did out qualify him at P8, I think, and Alpine was quite consistent that they also qualified well. I mean, I won't say Alpine, but more of Gasly because he has been very consistent, been in points, so he's doing great. Then Audi was also in points. Aston Martin still sucks. They were like 21, 22 or something like that. So there was this stat that Alonso has out-qualified Lance since Silverstone last year. So I mean that's something, because you are in the same machinery, you are like oldest driver on the grid and still managing to do that. It's pretty great. Then all right, yes. So Audi's team principal left to, I think, well, it's not confirmed yet, but the rumors are that he would be joining Aston Martin. So let's see what happens there. Then let's talk about the race. So Kimi came first, becoming the youngest driver to leave the World Drivers' Championship. He is like 19 months and 200 something 19 years and 200 something days old. So basically, Kimi, I mean, the race start was crazy. The McLarens did overtake, then there was all the Ferrari and McLaren thing happening. Then Mercedes managed to, pass Lewis and Charles, Russell especially, and the race was going all right. Oscar was at P1. He was looking confident, like, all right, I think we can bring it home if we manage the tires and everything. And as soon as they pit, like after a lap or two, there was a safety car. Ollie crashed and he suffered like a 50G concussion or something. He was limping, but he was all right, no fractures or anything like that. So, and Russell had just pitted, like Russell ne pit kiya, he came out and there was a crash and the yellow flag came out and he was so like, uh, how do I even say? Like he was so frustrated कि as soon as I pit, they do the safety car. So for you who do not know कि safety car से क्या होता है, तो safety car basically गाड़ियों की स्पीड को लिमिट कर देते हैं कि like 40% से तेज नहीं जाने कार्स को. दिस हैपेंस जब कोई क्रैश होता है एंड ट्रैक पे डेब्री पड़ा होता है. सो अगर कार स्पीड से जा रहे होंगे तो कार्स को डैमेज हो जाएगा और क्रैश हो सकता है. प्लस जो फील्ड मार्शल्स हो रहे होते हैं उनको भी कलेक्ट करना होता है, सो दैट्स व्हाई येलो फ्लैग कम्स आउट. सो जनरली आप जब पिट करते हैं like normal race में, तो it takes about 22 seconds, but if you pit in the yellow flag you do that pit in 11 seconds. So it is more profitable to pit in the yellow flag. So that's what happened with Antonelli. Antonelli pitted in yellow flag. He had newer tires as well. He came in the lead, and once he came in the lead, like Mercedes are clean air merchants. If you put them in clean air, they are super quick. They are like, we just qualify 1-2 and from there we go to win the race. But if they are stuck in traffic, they do lose some time, but you know that doesn't happen that often. So safety car came out in like lap 22, which changed the game. Same thing happened with Charles and Lewis. Charles pitted, and after a few laps the safety car came and Lewis took the lead, but Charles managed to overtake him. And you know, honestly, best part about this season is Ferrari. The way they overtake each other, like at least we get to see some good racing in the front. They try to challenge the Mercedes. If not, they at least fight amongst themselves, so there is some competition. So that happened. All right. Leclerc fought with Hamilton. It was very close. He even said that I thought मेरे टायर पंचर हो गए होंगे, but he got away with it. Then again with Russell as well. Like this was uh, Mercedes should have been 1-2. Like, they should be 1-2 like all these three races. But due to Russell's bad luck, he didn't manage to get in the top three. And Charles did quite well, so he scored a podium. Then Piastri came P2, which is also great for him because he didn't get to start the previous two races. And this was his first race in 2026, and P2 in first race is not that bad. Even he came on the radio and said, once we start these things, we are pretty good. So there's that. Then Max qualified, came eighth. So Max and Gasly fought for like, I don't know, 20, 30 laps or something because Max was zero point 0.5 seconds behind Gasly, and once Max even tried to overtake him, he did overtake him, but in the next corner, Gasly overtook him again. So Max was like so done with it, he was like waving back to Gasly like bye bye, bye bye. So that happened. See, Max even said in the post-race interviews that I'm not even frustrated with it. It's just so bad that I have accepted that fate, accepted my fate, and I'm just going with it. And there are a lot of rumors that this could be Max's last season. Even the press thing, the press was saying that we should boycott Max and all that rumors were there. But honestly, Max hates press anyway, so if that happens, it is a win-win for Max only. But alright, let's see. Then Behrman had an accident. He was trying to overtake, I think, Colapinto, and he just pulled a Sunny Haze, like he went through the thing and just crashed. So that happened. Stroll DNF. Albon was treating the race like it was a practice session. He was like pitting every few laps, and he was on the bottom of the grid. And Aston Martin, Fernando Alonso finished the race. Like first race Aston Martin has finished. And this is like something because in the first few races there were rumors like if you drive this car for long enough you will get nerve damage. We can't drive it for more than 20 to 30 laps. So it's something, at least first race they finished. So congrats on that. So I think that's all the important stuff that happened this weekend. Now, see that Behrman crash led to FIA releasing a statement saying that all right, we are in talks with the drivers to decide that if we need to change any regulations or anything. Because due to super clipping, the racing is a bit dangerous. So, and there is like a month, and Fred Vasseur, Ferrari's team principal, also said that starting from Miami, the racing will be different. So, there are chances that there could be a lot of changes in this 1 month break, and this 1 month break is even longer than the summer break. So, see, the racing happens, and then there is a 1 month or something like that gap in between, and then it continues again. So that gap is smaller than the current gap we will have for 1 month. So let me think if I'm missing anything else. So I think I have covered most of the important stuff that I felt like were, we should talk about this weekend. And yeah, I think that's it for this one. Let me know in the comments if I missed something. And I tried to keep this video shorter than the previous ones. I think it's about 20 minutes, so that's a win. Alright, so let's see you in the next one. Bye bye.